Plutos. The Phantom of Via del Mare, dark Italian pulp, mystery, Victory Age comics. The fog rolled into Genoa like a living thing, thick, damp, swallowing sound and light. Fishermen called it the widow's veil. Criminals called it protection. And on nights like this, the city whispered of a ghost. They said he walked the docks with a melted face, that his breath smelled of chemicals, that anyone who stared too long into his hollow eyes never returned. Pluto didn't believe in ghosts, but he believed in fear and the cruel men who used it. Tonight, he intended to find the truth. Via del Mare was nearly silent. Shuttered warehouses leaned like aging giants. Rusting cranes hovered in the mist, single lantern flickered beside. The ropes, Plutos, moved like a shadow, wearing skin, black mask, hugging his face, cloak trailing behind him like a dark wing. He'd learned long ago that the world was full of monsters, but most of them were human. A scream cut through the fog. Plutos sprinted toward it. He found a dock worker on his knees, trembling, pointing toward the pier. It was him. The phantom, the face. It wasn't human. Plutos pressed a hand to the man's shoulder. Go home. Lock your door. Tell nobody you saw me. He approached the pier, boots silent on the wet planks. That's when he saw it. A silhouette. Flickering behind the fog. Tall, thin, the head misshapen. One arm elongated, almost dragging. A faint hissing sound like escaping steam followed the figure's steps. Plutos stepped forward. Phantom, he called out quietly. No more running. The figure turned. Even Plutos, hardened by war and death, felt a coldness in his chest. The man's face. Melted, rippled like wax left too close to flame, her eyes pale and unfocused. Skin tinted an unnatural blue. But it wasn't. Supernatural. No, Plutos recognized chemical burns instantly. What happened to you? Plutos asked. The phantom spoke with a raspy mechanical undertone as though his lungs burned with every breath. They made me, he croaked. Left me in the bunker, like garbage. Plutos's eyes narrowed. Bunker. Only one group in Genoa. Had access to wartime bunkers, the Black Atlantic Syndicate, smugglers who profited off chemical stockpiles abandoned after the war. He stepped closer. I can help you, Plutos said. But you have to tell me who did this. The phantom's breath hitched. Dr. Venaro. Hey, he promised a cure. A gunshot cracked the fog. The phantom staggered, a bullet tearing into his shoulder. Pluto spun, spotting to Syndicate. Thugs hiding behind crates? Kill the freak, one shouted. And get Plutos too? Plutos dove behind cover as more shots rang out. He moved low, silent, a dark blur. In seconds, he was behind the gunman. A kick to the spine. A punch to the jaw. A sweep of the leg. The thugs fell, conscious. But the phantom was gone, dragged into the fog. Plutos followed the trail to the old wartime bunker on the cliffside. The doors hung open, rusted, scarred, smelling faintly of burned chemicals inside. Lanterns flickered over cracked concrete. Glass vials glowed with sickly green light. Old gas canisters lay in heaps, and in the center stood Dr. Venaro, gaunt, cold. Dressed in a long-stained lab coat, the phantom, wounded, struggling, was chained to a support beam. Venaro turned, smiling thinly. Plutos, I knew you'd find me eventually. Plutos stepped forward. You experimented on civilians. You turned that man into a monster. He volunteered, Venaro sneered. A wounded soldier seeking a new life. My serum could have reshaped humanity, but the fools at the ministry shut me down. Imagine. A world built from fear-resistant, pain-proof survivors. Plutos clenched his fists. You mean a world built on monsters? Perhaps it's Venaro? Picked up a syringe glowing blue. But progress demands sacrifice. And now, even the phantom will die for it. Plutos moved. A violent blur of cape fists and steel resolve. Venaro lunged with the syringe. Pluto smashed it against the wall. The doctor swung a metal pipe. Plutos caught it, twisted, slammed Venaro into the bunker wall, hard enough to crack concrete. The phantom strained his melting arms. "Kill him," he begged, voice trembling. Plutos looked at him, and at Venaro. "No." He freed the phantom's chains with a crowbar. "You're not a monster," Pluto said quietly. "You're a victim." Phantom trembled, a tear mixing with the warped skin on his cheek. I wanted them to pay." "You will," Plutos said, "in a way that doesn't damn you." Venaro groaned on the floor. Plutos turned to him. "You're going to return his identity," Plutos demanded. "Every document, every record, every stolen piece of his life. And if I don't?" Venaro hissed. Plutos's eyes glinted behind his mask. "Then I'll leave you here with him." The phantom growled softly. Venaro swallowed. "Fine." By morning, the phantom disappeared into the fog, free, but scarred forever. Authorities found Venaro tied to a pier post at dawn. Muttering about masks and justice, Plutos watched from the shadows. Another ghost laid to rest. Another monster. Revealed as just a man, Genoa's fog cleared as sunlight hit the rooftops. But Plutos vanished before it warmed the streets. There was always another darkness waiting.